Nobody expected the internet to drag Pearl Watts and Sonia Uch into another comparison war again, but somehow Nollywood fans have managed to restart the whole thing, and this time the conversations are even louder, because viewers are now acting like relationship analysts every time they watch a movie involving Maurice Sam, and honestly social media has become completely chaotic, because everybody suddenly has an opinion about who truly fits Maurice Sam better on screen, and what started as ordinary movie reactions has now turned into a full-blown fan battle across TikTok, Facebook, Instagram Reels and YouTube comments, because people are seriously debating chemistry levels like their lives depend on it. And the craziest thing is that nobody can even agree on what exactly makes one pairing stronger than the other, because every fan sees something different whenever they watch these movies, and that confusion is exactly what keeps making the debate trend over and over again, because one group keeps saying Sonia Uch brings unmatched emotional depth whenever she acts with Maurice Sam, while another group insists Pearl Watts has this softer and more realistic vibe that now feels more natural and addictive to watch, and honestly, the internet cannot handle both opinions existing at the same time, because every single movie clip now turns into evidence for somebody's argument, and people are replaying scenes frame by frame, just to prove their favorite actress has better chemistry with Maurice Sam. And at this point, it genuinely feels like Nollywood fans have created their own unofficial romance league table where actresses are constantly being ranked based on eye contact, emotional scenes, romantic tension, and even the way they stand beside actors. And the funniest thing is how serious some fans are becoming over this, because people are now writing long essays under movie clips explaining why Sonia Uch feels more emotionally connected to Maurice Sam, while others are posting edits of Pearl Watts saying her chemistry feels more peaceful, more believable and less forced. And honestly, some viewers are behaving like professional movie scientists, trying to decode hidden meanings from ordinary acting scenes, and what really restarted this entire conversation was the sudden rise in attention Pearl Watts has been getting recently, because fans started noticing how much more confident she now looks in romantic roles, and once people began praising her emotional acting, the comparisons immediately returned, because Sonia Uch has always been seen as one of the queens of emotional Nollywood romance movies, and now some viewers are saying Pearl Watts is slowly entering that same level, and that single statement alone has been enough to make fanbases start clashing online again, because Sonia supporters believe nobody currently delivers emotional tension better than her, while Pearl Watts supporters are arguing that her growth has become impossible to ignore, especially in recent collaborations with Maurice Sam. And honestly, it also does not help that Maurice Sam himself somehow keeps creating believable chemistry with both women, because every time he appears beside Sonia Uch, fans say the emotional intensity feels dangerous, and every time he appears beside Pearl Watts, fans say the softness and connection feel too real. And now viewers cannot stop comparing the experiences, because one pairing gives dramatic heartbreak energy, while the other gives calm romantic energy, and depending on what kind of love story viewers personally prefer, their opinions immediately change. And another reason this topic keeps exploding online is because fans love creating imaginary love triangles even when nothing is happening in real life, because the internet enjoys emotional fantasy more than facts sometimes. And now people are watching interviews, behind-the-scenes clips and random interactions, searching for signs that probably do not even exist. And honestly, the overanalysis has become hilarious, because fans now celebrate things as small as smiles, hand movements and simple conversations like they are secret relationship confirmations. And the more people react dramatically, the more blogs and YouTube channels continue pushing the comparison topic, because they know viewers cannot resist these discussions anymore. And now every thumbnail is becoming more intense, with captions trying to suggest hidden rivalry between Pearl Watts and Sonia Uch, even though both actresses are simply doing their jobs. And the funniest part is how quickly fans switch opinions, depending on whichever movie they recently watched, because somebody can spend 1 week saying Sonia Uch has unbeatable chemistry with Maurice Sam, then immediately change their mind after watching one emotional Pearl Watts scene, and suddenly start claiming Pearl is now the better match. And honestly, that confusion is what keeps this conversation permanently alive, because nobody has fully won the debate, and every new movie release just restarts the arguments from the beginning again. And another thing making this comparison trend harder now is the way younger Nollywood audiences consume romance movies differently, because viewers no longer just watch movies casually anymore. they now become emotionally attached to pairings, and once fans get attached, they start wanting actors to keep working together repeatedly. And that attachment creates even more pressure around who audiences believe works best with Maurice Sam, and right now many fans are saying Pearl Watts has become one of the fastest rising actresses in emotional romance films, while Sonia Uch still remains the standard many actresses are compared to, and honestly, that statement alone perfectly explains why the internet keeps placing them against each other, because Sonia already built a strong reputation for emotional romantic acting, while Pearl is now entering conversations. People never expected her to enter this quickly, and now fans are debating whether this is simply a temporary hype moment or whether Pearl Watts is genuinely becoming one of the strongest romantic actresses in Nollywood today. And of course, social media loves narratives like this because audiences enjoy seeing new challenger versus established favorite situations, and once viewers sense competition online, they immediately become obsessed with picking sides and defending their favorites aggressively. And now every emotional Maurice Sam scene involving either actress automatically becomes another reason for fans to start fighting in comment sections again. And honestly, some people are taking this debate personally, because there are viewers who genuinely believe Sonia Uch and Maurice Sam have once-in-a-generation chemistry, while others now insist Pearl Watts brings out a calmer and more mature side of Maurice Sam on screen, and both sides refuse to back down, because each fanbase thinks their opinion is obvious and correct, and meanwhile the actors themselves are probably just focused on filming movies, while the internet creates entire fictional rivalry stories around them. And at this point, the comparisons may never stop, because as long as Maurice Sam continues acting with both Pearl Watts and Sonia Uch, fans will always keep arguing over who gives the chemistry, who creates stronger emotional moments, and who truly feels like the perfect on-screen match for him. And honestly, the internet seems completely addicted to this conversation.